Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time you are coming across this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever we drop content. On this channel, we drop meaningful and educational contents back to back. And to my returning subscribers, I want to say a big thanks to you. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your trust. Without wasting more time, let's dive into today's content. Did you know that centuries before European empires set foot in Africa, there was a mighty African kingdom that ruled trade from coast to coast? A land so wealthy and vast, its kings were seen as divine, yet their stories remain hidden in the shadows of history. Welcome to Afrotales TV, where we bring the forgotten glory of Africa to light. And today, we begin with the powerful Kingdom of Kongo. In the 15th century, the Kingdom of Kongo was one of the largest and wealthiest in Africa. Its king, Nzinga a Kongo, ruled over a vast empire that stretched from the Atlantic coast to the Indian Ocean. But despite its size and wealth, the Kingdom of Kongo is virtually unknown outside of Africa. Welcome to the first episode of Untold African Empires. Join me every day as we explore the rich history of our motherland, from the untold stories of the great empires of Africa to the adventures of her brave and legendary warriors, kings and queens. And today we begin our journey with the mighty Kingdom of Kongo. The Kingdom of Kongo was founded in the 13th century, and at its peak during the 15th century, it controlled the trade of both gold and slaves on the western and eastern coasts of Africa. The kingdom's wealth was legendary, and its kings were considered the custodians of the people's prosperity. One day, King Nzinga a Kongo was relaxing in his palace when he heard a knock at the door. It was his friend, the Queen Mother, and she was in a panic. She told the king that one of his wives had just given birth to a baby boy, and the royal advisors were arguing about whether or not the child was the rightful heir to the throne. You see, the kingdom's law stated that only children born under a legitimate marriage between the king and queen could inherit the throne. But this child's mother was just a concubine. The advisors argued that since the king wasn't officially married to the woman, the child wasn't legitimate and shouldn't be made heir. But the Queen Mother knew that the king loved that child's mother and would never accept another woman as his queen. So she asked the king to make a decision. The king was furious about the situation and ordered that all the advisors be brought before him. He wanted to hear their arguments. The advisors, one by one, explained why they thought the child shouldn't be made heir, but the king cut them off after each one spoke. "You are all wrong," he said. "This child is my son, and he will be made heir whether you like it or not." The advisors were shocked. They couldn't believe the king would go against his own laws for a concubine's child. They begged him to reconsider, but the king wouldn't budge. He made his son the new prince and officially named him Nzinga a Mvemba. The king's advisors were so angry that they plotted against him and poisoned the king's cup of tea. When the king took a sip, he felt a burning sensation in his throat and immediately called for water. But before he could swallow, the poison took effect, and the king collapsed. The advisors were shocked that their plot had worked and quickly fled the palace. But the Queen Mother and her son were heartbroken. The new prince had just lost his father, and the kingdom was now in chaos. Join us in the next episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Afrotales TV.